Hey guys, welcome to the construction site on Tuesday. Today I plan to maybe do some bitumen mass still. I really need to get that out of my hair. Last time, if you remember, I was trying to, but it started to rain. Today might not be better, but I'll try anyway. The guys are finishing up the forms on the garage building to pour the concrete. It's taking forever. Yesterday there were only 2 guys working here, so we're getting delays and delays. But hopefully tomorrow we'll pour the concrete. The plan is to finish today, so let's take a look. Let's go have a look at the progress of things. Dzień dobry. Yeah, let's climb our steps. You can see the I-beam is in place. We put that in last week on Friday, and the forms, they're looking pretty good all around. With the ledge on the outside, you can see this is sort of, there's a ledge coming out from the wall that will support some crown molding, or whatever you call it, some decorative molding on the top of the wall. We're planning to make this look like in the old days they would put bricks out for the sledge. We won't be putting bricks, but we're pouring concrete, so it's even stronger. Yeah, that goes all around, and the roof is going to come down here. And the roof is going to come down here almost to the ledge. There's going to be a little ledge outside. Right now there's some reinforcement that need to be fixed here. There need to be some angled brackets, like additional bars that go in the corners, and something in here. You can see the guys have these put in like weirdly because of the way, I guess, things were shaped. I don't really know what's going on here. That needs to be looked at. And yeah, I think when we were pouring the slab, these pieces for the ledge, they were a bit too low, so you can see they're bent up sort of and into the concrete, and yeah, these cannot rest on the wood. I'll talk to Mr. Pavel about it to fix those, and we'll add some more reinforcements in here, so we strengthen the inner corner of the concrete, because normally they are supposed to be placed like that. You can see over there, that's proper. Yeah, so still plenty of things to do. Alright guys, so I'm back here at the end of the house. I got a brush. I'm brushing out the sand from where I'm going to be applying the bitumen, so that it can bind properly. And also here where there's like the net is coming off, I'm taking the edge of my X-Acto knife and cutting this off. You can see there's a lot of sand in here underneath. This basically could lift off totally, but my plan is to put some bitumen under here, so maybe it binds, and then make a corner here so that it can connect to the bitumen that is under here, because this bitumen goes only to the edge, and I want these to be tied together. Making an overlap didn't work because it all peeled off, so I'm just going to stick the bitumen under here. You can see this doesn't bind at all, same as it was here on the wall that I've covered up. I'm gonna stick bitumen under here and then make an overlap with just the bitumen mass, so that there's no net that will pull it off. And also I need to clean this edge. So many dust particles that it can have, so that's nice and black. And then I can take some water and wash it down even further. But this will cause me to have to wait to dry it out. But I have an accelerator for that also. I bought some sponges, so I got a sponge, and basically all of this wetness here I'm going to take out later with a sponge, just like this, hoping that it will accelerate the drying out process of the wall. And that's my plan for cleaning this up, and maybe in an hour when it gets a little bit more dry, I'll come back and put some bitumen on, because tomorrow we're pouring concrete up there, up above, and if anything falls, I want to have this done and ready. I don't want to come back here over and over and over, cleaning things up and stuff like that. So today is the day I have to do this, and that's my plan to do today. Alright guys, so I've cleaned up all of this part, and now I'm digging behind the garage because I realized there's a similar problem on the side of the forest. It's fine because we haven't backfilled it, and I can see it's the layers overlap nicely, but here I think when the guys were applying it was still a bit muddy or mucky, and they had the same problem that the top layer didn't bind to the bottom layer. So it's probably one crew did a good job, the other no, but doesn't matter, we'll fix it. So I'm digging up the dirt over here. I'm gonna clean up and gonna do an overlap layer just so the netting doesn't lift up, because the guys, they have been leaving this net outside of the bitumen mass, and what it does is lifts up on the bitumen, and I guess this net is much stronger than the mass itself. So if there's like a point to hook up to, it's easy to peel one layer from the other. And it is also possible that when they were applying it, they didn't put the mass down and then the net on top of it, because the mass on top of the net, which would cause a weak bond. So I don't know what the cause is, but I know I better fix it before we backfill the foundation. Alright guys, now I'm on my way out. I'm going to the neighbor's property because I saw an excavator and I can hear some chainsaws running, and this is the neighbor that has the ditch which the water from our irrigational land drainage drains to. So it's quite possible somebody is doing some work on the ditch, which is for me fantastic. Let's go check it out. It's looking pretty good. You can see the water is draining. I hope they will get the levels correct. I'm going to talk to them about it, see what the plan is, and hopefully they will go to the very end. Alright, so I talked to the boss of the crew. They're basically deepening the ditch, and I showed him where the outlets of the land drainage system are. So we talked about it, stuff like that. What would be the best to be done. He said he'll talk with the guys that hired him to work out exactly the details of what he's supposed to do. I will call the guy also and talk with him to just so that this is done right, and you know, we won't have issues later on. Since they're doing it, it's best if they do it properly from start to finish. Alright, let's get back to the construction site. So there's like a community-run group in our village that deals with maintenance and upkeep on all these irrigation and land drainage systems. There's like a fee you pay every year to be a member, and basically most of the people on the other side of the road are members of this group because they have a lot of systems. But us, we decided that it's easier for us to maintain the two pipes, the main pipes that run across our land. So we are not a member, but that group is the people that hired the contractor to do maintenance on that ditch. And I think our neighbor, that is the owner of the ditch, just joined the group. So they're maintaining it now. So I called the boss to discuss with him exactly the details of what would be nice to be done, so that our system that we are maintaining works properly. Because basically you join that group and you relieve yourself of all of the obligations that you have as a landowner with the system towards your neighbors. So that's what he did towards us, because we told him, we said, okay, we need to clear that up, and he said, I'm not going to do that. So he joined that group, and that group is doing that now, and he will probably be paying every year to be a member of that. So yeah, I talked with the operator of the little excavator. He said that he's just taking the branches off from the top, and I told him that it's not enough, that he needs to go much deeper, and he said that it's not his decision to make because it's just a contractor. So I called the person that hired him and discussed with them that that is what needs to be done, so that the collector pipes that are running under our land and into that ditch, they are above the level of the water, so that the water can freely flow out and stuff like that. So they will deal with themselves now, and I hope that they'll do the right thing and fix this ditch properly now. So hopefully that big puddle of water that we have usually in front of our house on the road won't happen again, but still we'll raise the road just to be safe. Alright, and we are slowly running out of daylight, so I think it's time for the bitumen. Alright guys, I got a batch of bitumen mixed, and just going to apply it now. I got a brush to brush out all the dusty parts for application. And even though this is a little bit wet, I don't have any time to wait longer, so I'm just going to go straight at it. All of this part above the water gets a new layer, and all of the top part also gets a new layer, so that I can make a nice binding between the two, like a corner. And this corner hopefully will take care of joining the two layers for good. So I got quite a bit of bitumen, so I'm not going to spare, because I need this to be done really well, right? I don't want to come back here and do this again and again. So we're doing it once for all, as they say. And I'm gonna take some special extra time just to make sure the fit up is nice and there's not any gaps or stuff like that. Alright guys, it's getting pretty dark out. It's 4 o'clock now, so I pulled out a work light because black on black doesn't really show in this light anymore. And I've got all of this back part here all done, and now I'm just running behind the workshop just to finish it off. I've got still some bitumen, so I'll probably put some nets up, and that will be it for today.